In the beginning, unveiling the metaphysical meaning of creation. This is episode 1. We're finally here. We're finally getting into the metaphysical application of biblical scripture. So this is episode 1. In the beginning, unveiling the metaphysical meaning of creation. This is Connected to Source with Rev Stephon, and I am your host, Rev Stephon. Peace and blessing, beloved soul. Today, we begin our sacred journey into Genesis, not as a historical account, but as a living blueprint of consciousness and creation. And within these ancient words lies the very process of divine manifestation, a process that lives within each of us, waiting to be awakened and expressed. Isn't that exciting? Now, as we explore these deeper mysteries, you'll discover your own creative power and divine nature reflected in timeless wisdom. Oh, look, you should be excited, right? Because this is your creative power. This is your divine nature, and we're going to discover that together, okay? And we're going to unlock it in this timeless wisdom. So first, let's enter into our sacred space together. Remember, this is a sacred space. This is a safe container, okay? No judgment. Anyway, so first, let's take a deep breath, allowing yourself to settle into present. Be mindful. Settle into present. Take another deep breath, releasing all preconceptions, all preconceived notions. You have to let it all go. Take one more deep breath and enter into the void of pure potential. Into the void of pure potential. See, most people think that in the void that nothing happens, but in the void is where creation happens. In the void is where that holds pure potential. So feel yourself floating into infinite space. Feel yourself floating in infinite space before creation, in the darkness that cradles all possibility, in the silence that holds all sound. This is where all creation began. This is your starting point. This sacred void is of infinite potential. Okay. Take another deep breath, hold it, and let it out. In the beginning, God created the heavens and earth. Now, these familiar words hold profound metaphysical truth. So let's decode their sacred meaning. In Hebrew, Bereishit Bara and Elohim, Bereshit means in beginning. And I want you to notice something. There is no the, because this isn't about time. In beginning. This is about historical time. This isn't about historical time. This is about eternal principle. Right? This isn't about historical time, but eternal principle. The Hebrew Bereishit without the points to an ongoing process. See, creation isn't just past event, but present power. Creation isn't about past event. It's about present power, the continuous emergence of divine idea into form. See, this is your point of power. This is where all creation begins in consciousness. Bereishit in beginning, know the. This is about eternal now. This is the ever-present moment of creation. This is your point of power. Bara, created. This sacred word describes divine thought becoming form. Everything begins with a concept. Everything begins in the thought before it ever takes form. So this word bara is a sacred word to describe the divine thought becoming form. It's not physical construction, but consciousness taking shape. Just as divine mind thinks and manifests, your consciousness holds the same creative power. You are a co-creator. We just want you to be a conscious co-creator. Each thought aligned with divine principle carries creative force. If that makes sense. So, bara, created, is divine thought in the form, consciousness becoming manifest, the power of sacred word, and your creative capacity, Elohim. These are the creative forces. And I know we are taught that there is but one God, okay? But this Elohim is the plural form of God. And this plural form of God reveals multiple aspects of divine power working in unity. If we could use some unity today. These aren't separate gods, but facets of one creative force: wisdom, love, power, etc. See, you embody these same creative aspects when aligned with divine mind. That's super important. You embody the same creative aspects when aligned with divine mind. So Elohim is the creative forces. There are multiple aspects of divine power, the creative principles in action, the many expressing as one, and they're your divine attributes as well, and you share them. So see, this process isn't just historical. It's happening now through you and through me as we create life, as we create our own life. This creation story reveals the exact science of manifestation. See, there that word again, science. This creation story in beginning, Genesis, right? This creation story reveals the exact science of manifestation, from pure potential through divine idea into formed expression. Now, understanding this process allows you to work consciously with creative power in your own life. Now, the first creative command was, let there be light. Let there be light. This is the light activation. This is the activation of divine light, of enlightenment. It's not this first command, let there be light, isn't about physical illumination, but about consciousness awakening. This light represents divine awareness. This is when divine awareness. This is when the awakening of consciousness. This is spiritual understanding. And creative power activating. All these things at once. It's the light of wisdom dawning in consciousness. Let me repeat that. It is the light of wisdom dawning in consciousness. This is divine consciousness awakening. This is spiritual illumination dawning. This is creative power activating. This is wisdom revealing. So, speaking light into being demonstrates the power of sacred word. Your spoken word, aligned with divine mind, carries the same creative force. Each conscious declaration shapes reality, just as divine mind speaks worlds into being. We'll repeat that for those in the back. Each conscious declaration shapes reality, just as divine mind speaks worlds into being. So let's understand this light principles in three dimensions: spiritual light, consciousness itself, divine awareness, inner knowing, and sacred revelation. This is spiritual light. And then there's quantum light. Quantum light is the science of it all. It's an information carrier. It's a reality shaper. It's the observer effect. If you know anything about quantum theory, that the observed is influenced by the thought power of the observed. It's a manifestation field. This is where things manifest. This is the creative light. Your speaking power, thought formation, word becoming form. This is your divine expression. See, light represents the first movement from potential to manifestation. It's consciousness taking first form. That's what this light is. It's consciousness taking first form. Without wisdom becoming understanding, it's potential becoming reality. And this same process works through your conscious creation. Okay? So let's take a moment to work with this light directly. Once again, take in a deep breath. Feel the light of consciousness within you. Now, as we speak together, let there be light. One more time. Let there be light. Feel this light illuminating your mind. Feel this light awakening your heart. Feel this light filling your body. Feel this light expanding your field. Let there be light. This is your creative power in action. This is your creative power in action. So how do we work these principles into daily life? These things have to be applicable, right? They have to be applicable. So we must first enter the void. Enter the void. And so in your daily practice, this is what we call entering the void. The void consciousness. We have to develop a void consciousness. Entering the void isn't about emptiness, but about infinite potential. Okay? I want you to understand this. Having a void consciousness, entering the void isn't about emptiness, but infinite potential. Just as creation began in this sacred space, your creations emerge from this same stillness. Be still and know God. In the stillness, it's when God doesn't speak in the storm, the lightning. God doesn't speak. God speaks in the void. God speaks in the stillness. It's the state of pure receptivity where all possibilities exist before manifestation, right? So as we enter the void, and this, your practice of entering the void, you first find a quiet moment. Find a quiet moment. You close your eyes and you release all thought. Release all thought and feel infinite potential. You are powerful. You have infinite potential. And then you speak your light. When you declare, let there be light, you're not just repeating ancient words, but you're activating creative force. This is conscious co-creation, aligning your word with divine word, your will with divine will. Each declaration made from this consciousness carries manifestation power. Right? So you speak your light. You take a deep breath. You declare, let there be light in my, whatever the situation. You speak light. Let there be light in my marriage. Let there be light in my children. Let there be light in my job. Let there be light in my life. You name your creation. You name your creation. You feel the power of your word. You watch consciousness illuminates and allow form to emerge. So this is the divine word. When you align your word with divine word, your will with divine will, each declaration made from this consciousness carries manifestation power. Okay? So, and I want you to witness the manifestation. You observe without judgment. No judgment. Observe without judgment. Trust the divine order. Allow sacred timing. It's not your timing. It's not chronos, but kairos. It's God's timing. Allow sacred timing. Maintain light consciousness. Just as divine mind observed light was good, your conscious observation shapes reality. This isn't passive watching. You're not a spectator. This isn't passive watching, but active participation in creation. There are no bystanders. There is no, what do you call them? Nobody in the stands. You're on the field when it comes to creation. This is active creation. Your attention, appreciation, and acceptance help manifest and stabilize what you are creating. Let me repeat that. Your attention, appreciation, and acceptance help manifest and stabilize what you're creating. All right? So, again, this has to be applicable. It has to be practical. So let's put it into practice. I'm going to give you some tips of how to pull this into practice. Okay? Pull this into practice. So in the morning, we're going to have morning creation. Beginning each day with creation consciousness sets a powerful foundation. You have to set a foundation of intentional. You just like the rising sun. You face the rising sun not just physically but symbolically. Remember, symbolism is a higher form of relating to the word, allowing new light of understanding to dawn in your consciousness. Each morning is a new beginning, a fresh creation. So you want to have this, start your morning with morning creation, and then we move into midday alignment. Checking your creation at midday maintains conscious alignment, okay? It must be congruent. It must be in alignment. This isn't about controlling. I want you to understand it. We want to move the ego out. It's not about controlling, but it's about staying aware of what's manifesting. Notice what's forming. Adjust where needed and maintain clear intention. Okay. Now, so again, we want to start, the day with morning creation, have a midday alignment, and then in the evening, integrate. Well, evening integration. The evening review completes the creation cycle, right? So the dawning of day, right, into the setting. This completes the creation cycle. Just as divine mind saw creation was good, review your day's creation with appreciation, right? So having an attitude of gratitude gives you more to be grateful for. I want me to repeat that. Having and maintaining an attitude of gratitude gives you more to be grateful for. So release what's complete, bless what's emerging, and prepare consciousness for new creation, right? So that's your daily practice. Morning light activation. Face the rising sun. Speak your light into being. Feel consciousness dawning. Set divine intention, right? Then your midday light check. Pause in awareness. Notice what's forming. Adjust with wisdom. Maintain clear vision. And then in the evening, review your creations. What have you created? Review them without judgment. Bless what's emerging. Release to the void and prepare for new lights. All right. So as we begin and we close this episode, we want to close with a meditation, a closing meditation. So again, as we seal these creation mysteries in consciousness, take a deep breath with me. Feel yourself as divine creator, one with source, holding creative power, speaking light into form. Know deeply that you are creative force. You are speaking light. You are manifesting wisdom. You are divine expression. Carry this truth with you. Carry this truth within you. You are always creating. It's a continuous process. You are always illuminating. And you are always, always connecting and connected to Source. Right? You're always, always connecting to Source. So this week, I invite you to practice entering the void each morning. Speak light into one situation daily. Notice what manifests and journal your creation journey. Write it down, right? Make it play. All right. And also, I want you to share your experiences. I want you to begin to build community. Let's build community. Invite them to the podcast. Okay. Let's build community. And next week, we'll explore the garden within, sacred space of being. And what we'll discover is your inner paradise. We'll discover divine communion, sacred choice, and wisdom trees. Okay? And wisdom tree. So prepare by noticing the garden of your consciousness this week. And until we meet again, this is Rev Stephon reminding you, you are always connecting to and connected to Source. Peace, blessings, my beloved one. Peace out.